Sonny Sandwell, what a joy to see you as always, and thank you for taking the time out to chat to me today.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me on.
No, so for anyone that doesn't know what you do at the Fun Experts, please enlighten us.
We're the Fun Experts. We are an equipment-based event entertainment hire. We take equipment to events and parties across the UK, and we take equipment into workplaces. We're on a mission to make the workplace a more fun place to be.
And how did you get sort of started on that? On that journey, because it sounds like a great idea in principle, but getting managers and directors and HR people on board to let you loose with their teams is probably a bit more of a challenge.
Yeah, it is, and we've been on this journey for 20 years, so it's a long journey that we've been on as a business to get to the Fun Experts. It's been a resilient journey, but it's been an incredibly enjoyable journey. For us to get fun into the workplace, like I say, which is our mission now, a lot of people are embracing it more so than ever after the pandemic. People are realising that actually they have to invest in the employee experience. It's not just about having staff working for us. It's about actually our staff enjoying, or our employees enjoying coming to work. And that, in all honesty, has been something that's been really important to us right from the word go. Because I wanted to create a place where I wanted to work, and where James, my husband who works with me, we both wanted to come to work. And if we ever stopped wanting to come to work, then we'd change direction, we'd do something else. And that's what we encourage our staff to do. Everybody that comes in, enjoy what we do. And that's what we are now trying to get out to other companies as well, is saying, look, work doesn't have to be just work. It doesn't have to be just about earning money. It's about having a good experience. And, the bottom line increases because of that, and the productivity increases because of that. Because if people are enjoying what they do, they will make sure that they give more to the company.
Do you think that kind of quiet confidence that we see in some in quite a lot of successful businesses, but do you think it's a Lancashire thing, a Northern thing, a British thing, or again, is it down to the end? Because we see a lot of businesses in the work that we do, and we go in and you hear these stories and the facts and figures that, we were doing some tests in Everest last week, and you think, well, why didn't I hear about this on the national news? Oh, well, we don't like to, and another company that does bits and pieces for the space shuttle, but, we don't like to, and it's very cool to find out like that, but you think you should be screaming from the rooftops, but...
Yeah, I think because you just get your head down and do what you do, and because we enjoyed what we did, it wasn't something that we wanted to shout about. Like I say, we do now, we do as we've grown, but whether it's a Lancashire thing, I'm an incredibly positive person, and I'm very good at flipping the focus, which I've had to do all the way through my career, in all honesty, from working at a public relations agency where I didn't want to work there. It wasn't a great environment, wasn't a great culture, and I changed it. I flipped it, so I made it a positive. When I started the business, I was in a male-dominated environment, so it was an industry, fairground industry, bouncy castle industry, whatever. It was a different industry then, but it was very, very male-dominated, and I did experience bullying. People rang me and tried to put me off the industry. Even all the way through the 20 years, I've had to have resilience, and that's part of a business. I see business as a game. It absolutely is a game, but it's a game that we play with a heart, and we care for our customers, we care for our teams, and we do what's right for people. We're not out just to make loads of money, because that doesn't tick the box with happiness or anything else. It's more about just enjoying the journey, and that's why we've become resilient. Whether that's a Preston thing, Lancashire thing, I don't know. I think maybe it's the entrepreneurial spirit. Don't let things get
Yeah.
you down. And we've been through with the past 2 years. We were told to close the business, and I'm not
I was
saying
going
that
to
was
talk to you about the P
yeah.
word.
That wasn't an easy journey at all. Our accountant, or the day that we told our teams to go home, the government were telling us the offices needed to close. I remember delivering a message to the team, albeit I was really upset as I was delivering it. But I remember saying to them that, we don't have any answers, but all I can say to you is that we will try our hardest to fight for the business and to fight for them and find answers for them, support them in whatever they're going through. And that's what we did. I remember picking up the phone to our local MP and saying, look, this is the situation we're in. We're a big employer in the area, but we're struggling. And she said, hold on, there's something coming. And this was before furlough and everything else. She said, hold on, don't make any rash decisions. And again, we were just finding the answers, and that's what business is all about.
Yeah. So I buy a lot of business books. I open some of them, and some of them I even read. Well, a few,
Yeah.
and some instantly grab me, and others I just, for whatever reason, I've never really been a kind of business plan sort of person. Always from the heart, but with a measure of never being reckless.
And that's what
I'm
business
sure
is.
a
It's
book
just
from
from the
you
heart.
guys is inevitable. What advice would you give to that balance between the technical know-how, knowing your markets, knowing margins, and it just feels right. So let's crack on.
Yeah.
What split would you say? I suppose, do you and James, do you operate sort of separately? Do you have slightly, different personalities that complement, or
Yeah, 100%.
what's the right balance?
So for those that don't know, I run the business with my husband, who joined me after, I think I've been doing it on my own for 3 years, and then he joined me from being an accountant. He came to be a fun expert. Now, the best thing we ever did, after working together, I think for 6 months, the best thing we ever did was say, right, you stick to your side of the business and I'll stick to mine. Because if I ever tried to do, well, it was Sage at the time, now it's Zero, but if I ever hopped onto our accounts and started putting figures in, it would drive him crazy because I'd be doing it wrong. And equally, if he ever spoke to our customers, I would be in the background going, why didn't he suggest that? Or why didn't you do that? So we said,
Yeah.
look, we need separate roles here. We work brilliantly together, and I wouldn't have it any other way. But we do have separate roles within the business, and that works brilliantly.
And sort of a final two little bits for me, but you think you are doing it, but coaching and for people to develop that flip mentality, and as you say, it is very hard when you're in the middle of these things, but to get into the habit of trying to get a positive, trying to look over it and seeing what, however long the tunnel might be, what the light might look like when it arrives.
Yeah, yeah. We love mentoring people. We love working with people. I recently met somebody at an exhibition who was very shocked when he's actually doing what we do. He's in the events industry, but he's just starting out. And I said, look, give me a ring. If I can help, give me a ring. And I think he was really shocked by my response. Rather than being guarded, we want to help. We mentor some of our team that have left us to go on to do other things. One lady that worked for us for quite a number of years wanted to do furniture restoration. We now mentor her. We love doing that. We genuinely really love business, and from the heart, we really love what we do. And I think sometimes people get confused with, like I say, the money side of it, or just being hungry for growth and everything else. But for us, it's about enjoying what we do.
I don't see a work-life balance, and I don't say this as a negative. I just see life, and because what we do, and we've got, you know, you hopefully everyone here gets on with me as well as I get on with them, but we really enjoy it. We can switch off from it. But it's just part of life, not this wall. Is that the same for you guys? Do you think that's a healthy, you know, approach, or should it be work, you know, and life, that traditional sort of explanation of that scenario?
No, I've never liked the work-life. I'm hipster about the work-life balance. And I kind of get where that's coming from, to make sure that you have enough time for yourself and you take your holidays, and because all work and no play obviously makes a very dull situation, even if you love work. But no, absolutely, I see it as blending together. So if we're on holiday, quite often we will talk about work, but I don't see that as negative. I, if we love what we do, and actually, I think for us, it's been a positive because our children are now fully aware of our business and the resilience that we've had, and you know, the hurdles that you have in a business, the good times. In fact, my daughter, who's 17, is looking for her career, and she said, "I just want to work somewhere like you work." She just wants to work in the right culture because she knows, she's been here. She knows what it should be like.
The elevator pitch, you're in a lift with someone, you've got 30 seconds, and they say, "Wow, I've just started a business," or and you're going to part company in 30 seconds when the lift opens. What would your nugget of wisdom be to them to set them on the right path when they leave that lift?
That's a really hard one to do in such a short space of time. Do you know, be yourself. Absolutely be yourself. And as long as you follow that path and don't do to anybody what you wouldn't do to yourself, you know, there's lots of things like that. But you go to so many networking meetings and things where people aren't themselves and you feel like you've got to wear a mask. Be yourself. Very simple. And enjoy the journey.
Wonderful.
If anybody needs any help, like I say, with putting fun into their organisation, we're not talking about like one-off. You know, we do a team building event every year and we've ticked the box for fun. You know, we're not talking about token gesture fun or silly fun. But if anybody wants to talk about strategic fun that will make a difference to the business, we love to help. Even if it's not hiring from the fun experts, this isn't a sales ploy. You know, genuinely, we want to help people. Although the book's out next year, so you can get lots of ideas about fun at work in the book. That is a plug, a blatant one.
Your company details will be at the end of this short video. But again, Sonny, thank you so much for your time, and always a joy. Thanks for chatting to us.
Yeah, thank you.